a person who has a hard time being alone, or maybe finds that they are unhappy when they're alone, typically are more vulnerable to holding on to situations and relationships that are not good for themselves.
Some people will do anything to avoid rejection. And for some women, that fear runs so deep that they try to control love through motherhood, believing that a baby can bind someone who's already slipping away. But what happens when that strategy backfires? When the womb becomes a weapon, and when every birth brings more heartbreak than healing?
Do you find yourself losing yourself in a relationship or the situation that you're in? Now, of course, you can lose yourself many ways in a relationship or a situationship, as you all like to call it. But self-denial is definitely one way that you can. Now, a person who does not deny themselves outside of relationships and dating, who take care of themselves, keep themselves up mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, typically will not get lost in a relationship.
Welcome back to Voice and Value, and if you're new here, I'm so glad you found your way in. Go ahead and get comfy, because today we're talking about a pattern that too many people overlook, and that's the spiral of emotional manipulation, denial, and the illusion of winning through attachment. But first, I need you to hit that like button before you get settled in. Today's topic is not about shaming anyone. It's about unpacking a pattern that's destroying a lot of people silently. Women who keep having babies in an attempt to keep a man. Women who confuse motherhood with emotional security. And women who use the womb as proof of their own self-worth. Let's talk about BB. Not a real name, but a very real story. A woman who seemed to have it all. I'm talking about beauty, a platform, and men who adored her at first. But when each relationship ended, she couldn't accept it. Instead of healing, what she did was she doubled down. She used pregnancy as proof of power, as if creating life could also recreate love. Now, when her first relationship fell apart, she thought that a child could change things. When her marriage crumbled, she tried it again. This time, she kind of took matters into her own hands. And after that, she repeated the same cycle. I'm talking about a new man, a new baby, and a brand new heartbreak. Now, this is what psychologists call trauma repetition. It's when a person unconsciously recreates the pain of rejection and try to master it. But instead, they just keep reliving it. When you continue to use the same failed strategy while hoping to achieve different results, you're not only in denial, you're slipping into a dangerous kind of delusion. Behind all those smiling posts and "I'm healed" captions, there's a deeper story. A woman who never felt chosen unless she was needed. She used nurturing, attention, and even motherhood as tools of validation. And she didn't do all this because she's evil. She did it because she's empty. But deep down, she believes that love is something that you earn through sacrifice and suffering. She claims she's in her healing era. But healing is not just posting affirmations. It's facing your reflection without filters. It's owning your mistakes instead of rewriting them as victim stories. And that's where a lot of people get stuck, especially those who can't admit that they were the problem too. Eventually, the universe steps in, and there's no getting around it. Finances begin to crumble. Reputation takes a big hit. And relationships collapse under the weight of those unhealed patterns. That same person who seemed untouchable becomes surrounded by lawsuits, co-parenting battles, and just all around trauma. And that's not punishment. That's karma. I'm sorry you had to hear that from me. Karma is not about revenge. A lot of folks think that's what it is, but karma is really about revelation. It's something that forces you to sit in the mess that you made until you learn why you created it. And if you refuse to accept that lesson, life is going to repeat it louder and louder each time. Karma never tires. Every downfall, it can become a doorway, but first you have to stop pretending you're the victim in every story. You have to face the truth that manipulation, lies, or deceit, I don't care how small it is, it always circle back. And no amount of babies or surgeries or social media smiles are going to fix what's broken inside. Healing is something that starts when you stop chasing validation and start chasing accountability instead. When you realize that control is not love and love isn't control. Because the truth of the matter is you're not going to keep a man by trapping him. You can't heal by hiding your pain, and you can't outrun karma with these curated posts. Some women use their womb to build families. Others, unknowingly, they use it to build walls, emotional walls, to keep love close to them. But there's a hard truth about that. If you have to manipulate someone to stay, they're already gone. And every time you do that, you lose a piece of yourself trying to prove your worth. So to anyone watching this who recognizes themselves in this story, it's not too late to break the pattern. You are not your mistakes, but you do have to own them. And sometimes the biggest act of love you can give yourself is to stop chasing people who reject you. Start rejecting that version of you that won't let go. So how do you stop becoming your own heartbreak story? Well, let me try and break it down for you. Number one, you have to stop using relationships as proof of your worth. Having someone choose you is not what makes you valuable. You're valuable because you exist. Number two, you have to recognize the trauma bond. If you keep attracting partners who need saving or who make you feel anxious, that's your unhealed wound calling you home. It's not chemistry. And number three, you have to choose accountability over appearance. You can't heal online if you're still lying to yourself offline. Number four, stop trying to force connection through crisis. Pregnancy, arguments, or those makeup moments, they're not going to fix disconnection. It'll only deepen the dysfunction. And last but not least, number five, break your silence with yourself. What do I mean by that? Talk to a therapist. Journal your thoughts and reflect on your actions. Ask yourself, why do I fear being alone? Why do I continue to control with love? Listen, healing doesn't happen because life gets easier. Healing happens when you stop repeating the same emotional shortcuts and start walking in your full truth. Remember, no relationship, no child, no public image, none of that's going to save you from yourself. Only truth can do that. And when you start walking in truth, I'm talking about the whole truth and nothing but the truth. That's when real healing begins. And once you face it, that's when you become unstoppable. So to every woman listening who's been there, who's tried to love someone into loving you back, who's used your nurturing spirit as a form of survival, I see you. But I also need you to see yourself. Because you don't have to birth your way into belonging. You don't have to manipulate anyone to matter. And you don't have to chase what's not meant to stay. Now, if this message resonates with you, please thumbs up the video and share it with someone who might need to hear this message. Until next time, protect your energy, choose truth over comfort, and give yourself the love you keep trying to earn from others.
So you need to ask yourself, am I doing that? I know when you're around that person, the chemistry is off the chain and attraction is there. Ooh, it feels good. But are you ignoring the warning signs? Are you not paying attention to the negative indications that that relationship or that situation may not be good for you? Do you feel like you're putting yourself second to that person? Do you find yourself neglecting yourself or denying yourself to please that person? Are you preoccupied with what that person has going on? See, this is how it typically starts. Okay, you get into these relationships and these situations and it feels good, but then you say, oh, I really don't like that about that person. And then you start bringing up these concerns and you start bringing these concerns to their attention and you realize you're being dismissed, you're being disrespected, they're condescending, they're disengaged, they're showing that they are not interested. And you're trying to maintain that connection and maintain that relationship. Don't lose yourself trying to maintain the connection. But then you find yourself denying yourself. You start shutting yourself down. Well, maybe if I just keep quiet and don't bring it up, then I get to keep the relationship or the situation I'm in.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.